continue to have them, or would you like me to step up?
Your Honor, I think that they are not particularly productive.
Okay. All right. Well, last time we were here, I was very hopeful that y'all would be able to settle this. Not that I mind. I actually love trial work. That is my passion. I went into the area of law, but when we're dealing with people's lives in just a civil matter, it seems like these are matters that can be solved. I'll remind everyone there is no recording of any kind, audio, visual. That's very important that we have one record for court, and that be the transcript of the court proceedings. So at the end of the trial, you may order a copy of that transcript if needed, but that will be ordered. So Ms. Oriani, you don't think there's any chance of being able to resolve this outside of the trial?
I was able to resolve things outside trial.
Do you want a little more time to talk?
But also found a motion to dismiss the temporary order.
Well, that's what today to do.
Yes, I just had a support brief. They told me that.
Well, you can. When am I supposed to read it? We were scheduled to start 18.
I actually tried to find this a couple of different times with the e-file and then actually in person, and it said that it wasn't the right format. So I went ahead and made sure that it was in the right format. So
I'll take it. I'm not going to consider it. It's not timely. So for the record, this has been filed. It's filed 18 minutes after our scheduled trial.
To the extent that is uploaded onto the online filings, to my request that it be uploaded as request, it contains very confidential information about my client that would not normally be publicly available.
Then it will be put under suppressed. I'll go ahead and mark it as such. Will reflect that this will not be considered as not time. I think, Ms. Oriani, I just want to say that this is one of the reasons that I hope this could have been resolved since we were last here, only because the difficulty in representing yourself. Should you have chosen to get an attorney today, attorney well versed in the filing of things and in state as opposed to out of state. We're about to start a trial, and I need to tell you that the rules of evidence absolutely apply in this courtroom, and I am fearful that you are not well versed in those rules and are going to be frustrated. You sure you don't want one last opportunity to talk with counsel before we get started?
No, I'm good. Okay. Your Honor, I have one preliminary matter to address.
Okay.
Your Honor, something happened last night that I believe constitutes contempt of the court's 228 order regarding attempted stress upon Ms. Walsh's daughter, and also a violation of the order in general, but more specifically of the court's order. And there are people here who are witnesses to that who have an opportunity to subpoena them, and so I'm requesting that the court order stay in the event that testimony is needed on their behalf. One is Ms. Kay, one is Ms. Vanessa, who's out in the hallway. This happened last night at around 5 o'clock, and so it just wasn't possible for us to subpoena them for the hearing today. And I would be happy to address the contempt matter up front, or because I
file of contempt, and it's going to be contempt outside the presence of the So that's going to follow the contempt path. Now, if these are witnesses that you wish to present, are these?
Yes, Your Honor, but this didn't happen last night.
Sure. If they are somehow if relevance could be established for them to be witnesses in your hearing today, in the trial today, then I'm going to what they say. Could I have both names, please?
Sarah King and Jamie Abeta. Yeah, Miss Abeta, I think, is ill, and so she's in the hallway to avoid being with a bunch of people. Perhaps she could just come in to hear the court say that, and then both of them could be sequestered.
All right. Well, first of all, Ms. King is in the courtroom. Ms. King, Ms. King, I am going to order you remain in the courthouse under court order as a witness in this case. So please know that. And officer, could you go out in the hallway for what's Ms. Abeta's first name? For Jamie Abeta to just briefly come in the courtroom so that I could also give her that same order. Thank you. Ms. Abeta, I don't need you to do anything. Just stand right there. Are you Jamie Abeta? All right, Ms. Abeta, I just wanted you to come here briefly. I understand you're not feeling well. I appreciate you being here. Ms. Abeta, you are a potential witness in this case now. And, I am going to order that you remain in the courthouse at least until the plaintiff's case in chief is over, at which time then I'm going to ask plaintiff if in fact your presence is still required, but just remain in the courthouse, okay? Additionally, the court is going to enter a sequestration order for any and all witnesses. So let me go ahead and take your list of witnesses.
We only have Ms. Walsh, who I believe is permitted to participate at this case.
Okay, and Ms. Oriani, who are your witnesses for today? There's no witnesses for today. Okay. Do you want to testify?
No.
Okay.
Also, Your Honor, I would like to make it known that in the gallery that has made threats on my life actually here watching, and she goes by the online name Aunt LaLa, the Drunken Cupid, and her real life name is LaLa.
Ms. Oriani, how is that relevant?
I just wanted to know that's in the courthouse here is a public figure to report it for YouTube and who's not me.
That's absolutely who's in the gallery is not unless they're a witness. I'm not going to have this in this court today. This is going to just be about the elements of the protection order in the state of Colorado. Whether this court makes a finding by preponderance of the evidence to satisfy that, and I'm not going to get into. I know that y'all have talked a lot about this blogging. I still don't understand it. So we're going to keep it as simple and as basic as possible. That's what the law is supposed to be about. So that, ladies, I'm going to excuse you as witnesses. And just you're not, the sequestration order is you're not to talk about the case out in the hallway either. So talk about weather and the Broncos. I don't know that you're Bronco fans. I don't think you're from Colorado. There you go. Talk about shopping and shoes and fun stuff. Puppy dogs, kittens. dogs and phones of kittens really have a better, higher satisfaction rate and happiness level. So that's a good thing to take a look at. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and when we have entry of appearance from counsel, I'll introduce this table.
Jennifer Zimmerman and Sydney Dolan appearing on behalf of Ms. Vanessa Walsh.
All right, and Ms. Oriani.
Yes, Oriani, pro se.
Thank you. Under revised statute 1314-106, to summarize, if entering the magistrate finds by a preponderance of the evidence that the respondent or the defendant, in this case that's Ms. Oriani, has committed acts constituting grounds for the issuance of a civil protection order, and that two, unless restrained, will continue to commit such acts. For acts designed to intimidate or retaliate against the protected person, the magistrate shall, in other words, must, order the temporary protection order to be made permanent. That's the standard that we're with here today. Okay, preponderance of the evidence. It just means we're just weighing on the of justice, and one side is just tipped ever so slightly in favor of the ruling party, whoever that might be. So with that, Mary, who is your first witness?
Thank you, Your Honor. We call Vanessa Walsh.
All right, come on up to the witness stand, please. And I don't care if you're up or sitting up or down, doesn't change the oath, but raise that right hand. Under the penalty of perjury, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but truth? I do. All right, go ahead and have a seat.
Your Honor, may I approach with that on that?
Okay. Now I'm not going to consider it until it is relevant.
Understood.
That's how it goes with all evidence. Every single piece of evidence needs to be brought to the court's attention and pass that relevant standard before it's considered. Go ahead.
So, Ms. Walsh, I want to start out talking about something that happened last night. Can you tell me what you were doing last night around 5 o'clock?
I was in my home, actually preparing stuff for today.
And did someone come to your door?
Yes. Jimmy, Rita, and Sarah Kate.
And who are Jimmy and Sarah Kate?
Vanessa Oriani.
What did they do?
They were on the street, which is why I noticed them in the first place. Always slowly, they were looking around, pulled up in front of my home. I took a picture of my home, banged on the front door, and left some laws in my front door.
Did you at some point open your door and see what it was?
Yes.
And what was it?
The suitcase for my husband and my minor daughter.
Did you see the car that the people were driving in?
Yes.
What kind of car was it?
It was a dark blue BMW. It was an X5.
And did you see the person driving it?
Yes.
Who was the driver?
Jimmy, Rita.
And what did you do next?
My daughter was home, she was upset, so I called the police.
And did you at some point log to the internet?
Yes. Objection, Your Honor. I don't understand the relevancy of what two people that I don't understand the relevancy of this.
Your Honor, am I County Foundation.
All right, these are foundational questions. I'm going to ask you to speed that up. Ms. Zimmerman, I appreciate this, but I know who Ms. Walsh is that she is the plaintiff, but we're dealing with no foundation so far, right? Go ahead.
When you logged onto the internet, what did you see?
I saw Miss Oriani on live at Jimmy Aveda's house, and Miss Aveda had stated that she was going on a mission on live.
So Ms. Oriani was broadcasting live from his house.
Yes.
And can you tell me again what Ms. Aveda said?
Objection.
Well,
That's hearsay.
Your Honor, it goes to the impact on Ms. Walsh.
It's still hearsay.
Your Honor, it's not for the truth that I asserted. I believe she said that she's going on a mission.
Your Honor,
What it relates to is
hold on.
what it relates to is the fact that she was essentially stating on a live video from her own home that she was going, while in the presence of Ms. Oriani, that she was going to Ms. Walsh's house.
So why isn't that true for the matters?
Because it's not that she was going on a mission, it's that it showed, Ms. Oriani stating is that she doesn't know these people, that's literally what she said, and she was staying at Ms. Aveda's house, and Ms. Aveda was going on an errand for her.
All right. Oriani.
Your Honor, I never said that I did not know these people. I went to counsel, and I talked in the private room. It was about not his hearing, because she was going to charge it with contempt, and I felt that she was trying to be a potential witness in this case.
No, I need an objection to the.
I object to the relevancy of this, and me being on a live stream at somebody's home. I am not in charge of a person, and I have no idea what Ms. Aveda meant. What was
That
that?
objection is going to be overruled for that reason. I'm going to admit it, not for whether or not, in fact, Ms. Aveda was the person driving by the home, but solely for the purpose it dissociates both people together. And that is the only reason that will be admitted. Continue.
So I'm going to direct the court's attention to what we have identified as Exhibit 10G. And if I go down. Ms. Walsh, did you take that photo?
Yes.
This is that photo.
This penis on the door.
And when did you take that photo?
Right after they left.
Is that a accurate representation of what those photos look like?
Yes.
Or what the papers look like? Your Honor, I request that the court admit Exhibit 10G into evidence.
Ms. Oriani, do you have a copy of 10G?
I'm actually unable to see it because this isn't loading up. It's two pieces of paper. What's the piece of paper underneath the other paper?
I'm just asking if you object to this photo being admitted based on Ms. Walsh.
I can tell what the second paper is, so this is Walsh's interpretation of what the second paper is.
Right, that's, that objection is overruled. 10G added.
Now, may I just stay after to go through a couple of things with Walsh?
Sure.
Okay, now I'm directing the court's attention to Exhibit 10H. Did you take that photo?
Yes.
What is that?
This is certain. I can't tell which one that is. That is the subpoena for my husband.
And is it one of the papers that was included on your door?
Yes.
And did you take that photo last night? Yes. Is that an accurate representation of what the paper on your door was?
Yes.
I request that the court admit Exhibit H into evidence. And I did provide Ms. Oriani a copy of everything on her flash drive. I can share it with her by Dropbox if she prefers.
Yeah, that'd be great, thank you.
And if you could, since she indicated she doesn't have the ability to open the drive, if you could also just show her on your screen.
I can listen to matters. Yes. So I was thinking I have no idea. I don't know, this is the first time. The other one is a photo. Okay, thank you. Your Honor, I'm just sending, I cross-linked the same documents that were provided to the court on flash drive to Ms. Oriani at her email address, labeled just Jax. Now, discussing with Ms. Walsh exhibit 10E. I'm sorry, Your Honor, is 10H admitted?
10H will be admitted.
10, now this is exhibit 10. What is this?
And the second subpoena that is my minor child.
Did you take that photo?
Yes,
When did you take that photo?
after they left yesterday.
Was that one of the papers that was left on your door?
Yes,
Is that a true representation of the photo that you took
yes,
and of the paper that was on your door?
yes.
I requested that to be admitted, Your Honor, and I did just copy it to Ms. Oriani, but I'm happy to show her a photo as well.
Oriani, have you received that?
Yes, I just did, Your Honor.
Okay, so now you can access it on your phone. Okay, thank you. Any objection under the rules of evidence?
It was H, right?
10E?
10E and 10H. Oh, 10H was already in.
Okay.
Did you have an objection under the rules of evidence? No. 10E will be admitted.
Now I'm going to address exhibit 10A through 10D. So, Ms. Oriani, or excuse me, Ms. Walsh, I'm showing you what's been marked as exhibit 10A, 10B, 10C, and 10D. Can you describe to me what those are?
Pictures of Miss Vegas vehicle driving up to my home.
When did you take those pictures?
I think it was around 4 p.m. today.
And are those true and accurate representations of the photos you took?
Yes.
And is that the car that was dropping papers off of the house?
Yes.
Can you identify the individual in the photo marked 10D?
Yes.
What is that?
Jamie Maida.
Do you know who's in the passenger seat? I requested the court admit if it's 10A through D to evidence.
Any objection under the rules of evidence through to exhibits 10A, 10B, 10C, 10D? All exhibits will be admitted.
Ms. Walsh, did you interpret this as service, a process?
No.
What reaction did this?
I was extremely upset. More just out. My daughter was home at the same time.
The two pieces of paper you said had your husband's name and your daughter's on them. What was your understanding of why those were left?
And they just not be a day. One last ditch effort. All of that. But again, relevancy all of this.
And that objection overruled.
Okay.
Is this the first time that you interpreted of Ms. Oriani's or other people related to her to be directed at causing you not to appear at the hearing today?
No.
When did that first come up?
After she was served, she posted a picture of my husband on community hall. She also stated in the video that I only have one option, which is not to show up. If I don't testify, this would be dropped.
Under may I approach? I'm showing the exhibit that has been marked as Exhibit 8A. What is this?
It's the of my husband.
And who wrote this quote?
Ms. Oriani.
Do you know when this was posted?
Yes. June 18th.
Is this, did you take this?
Yes.
Is that a true and accurate representation?
Yes.
Your Honor, I submit Exhibit 8A into evidence.
Ms. Downing, any objection using the rules of evidence?
No.
8A will be admitted.
So, looking at this and reading the quote, it is a photo of your husband, and it says, quote, "I'm looking forward to telling John the whole truth and nothing but the truth."
Yes.
Do you know what that's referring to?
It was her threatening me to, in my interpretation of it, that she was threatening me not to show up.
And how many days, do you know the date that Ms. Oriani was served for the paperwork in this case?
January 17th,
How many days after that was this posted?
the next day.
So I'm going to go back a little bit and talk about YouTube and the way it's set up. So, what's your current job?
YouTube creator.
Okay, what does that mean?
I create content regarding true crime.
Is that your full-time job?
Yes.
So, can you explain to me the components of YouTube and the way that a YouTube creator like yourself interacts with viewers or subscribers?
Yes. They can leave comments on public posts or on videos. They can also tag you, which is where they put the handle and the name of your channel and notification.
Okay. And what impact does it have if you act?
It shows up on your feed.
So it notifies you.
Yes.
Is it akin to sending a direct message to you?
Yes.
Okay. Since January 17th, and I would like the court to take judicial notice of the fact that the date of service in this case does indicate that Ms. Oriani was served on January 17th of 2020.
Let's just see. I have a return of service filed with the court on January 25th. I'll take judicial notice on that return of service. That does indicate service to the respondent in Franklin, Ohio, as of Monday, January 17th at 7 o'clock. So no.
So since January 17th, has Ms. Oriani tagged you in any posts on her YouTube page?
Yes.
And have those been videos or have those been something else?
Mainly community posts and videos.
And can you explain to me what a community post is?
So we know certain websites, there's a tab on your channel where anyone can see basically just posts and anyone will read them.
Ms. Walsh, can you explain what a sub is?
I thought it was a subscriber. It's someone that subscribes to your channel and their subscriber count.
And so as a person who does YouTube full-time as a job, how many subscribers do you have?
101,000, a little over.
Okay. How many, based on your personal experience, how many subscribers are necessary to be able to make YouTube into a full-time job?
Probably the more the better, but probably 100,000.
Okay. And how long has this been your full-time job?
2 years.
Okay. So I'm going to approach you to identify some additional exhibits. I am showing Ms. Walsh what has been marked as exhibits 8B, C, D, E, F, G. Ms. Walsh, did you take these screenshots? Yes. And can you show me why you took these screenshots? What they depicted?
She's tagging me and writing my name and tagging my brand and all of them.
And these are all taken after January 17th.
Yes.
Do you have specific dates that these were taken?
I would have to look. Not offhand, there were so many of them. But they were after January 17th.
And are these fair and accurate representations of the screenshots that you took depicting your channel being tagged?
Yes.
And just to clarify, what is the name of your channel?
Unmasked.
Your Honor, I wrote that exhibits 8A through 8, I'm sorry, 8B through 8G be admitted.
You've got to lay more foundation. So I don't find so far that they're relevant. I don't know who their screen names. How do I link those with Ms. Oriani?
Thank you.
There's a link missing.
So there's a photo at the top. Who's that a photo of?
Ms. Oriani.
And what is her screen at the top?
Truth and transparency.
Do you know whether or not that is Ms. Oriani?
Yes.
And how do you know that?
Because that's her channel and her photo is there next to her name.
And is she also writing about things that she does personal?
Yes. Objection, there's no dates to any of these as well.
And move back to those images. So I'm directing your attention now to exhibit 8B. Do you recall the date that was posted? To refresh your recollection to look at the exhibit chart. Yes. Just read these quiet and then I'll be out here. So what date was exhibit 8B?
January 19th.
And then I'm looking at exhibit 8C. We're tagged at unmasked. Is that you?
Yes.
And then will you read as part of that? Is that a direct question? This is why did you stop showing how many tools you have on your chair?
I was reading from the card. Yes, it's a direct question to me.
And do you recall the date that
January 24th.
I'm now looking at exhibit 18.
I'm going to back you up, counsel. There's something that's been blocked out, and I don't know why. HC. And there was something on 8B, too. I don't know why those markings are there.
So, Your Honor, these are, I believe, notations. Did you write those notes?
No, she did.
Those were notations on the screenshot that were in the post posted by Ms. Oriani. I don't know the purpose of them, but that is the screenshot that's taken.
Sharpie markings?
I know they look like Sharpie markings. I believe that they are electronic markups.
All right, continue.
So I'm moving on to 8D. Do you remember what date that 8D?
January 24th.
And is that your handle tag?
Yes.
And is that from Oriani?
Yes.
On 8E, also from Ms. Oriani?
Yes.
And is that your handle tag?
Yes.
And what date is that?
January 4th.
On 8F, is that from Ms. Oriani?
Yes.
And there are a number of people tagged there.
Yes.
And you know the date of that?
January 25th.
Would it refresh your recollection? Just look at the document that you made about this.
The 25th.
And then 8G, is that from Ms. Oriani?
Yes.
And are you tagged in that?
Yes.
Do you recall? If it refreshes your recollection, as well.
January 25th.
Your Honor, I request that B through G be admitted into evidence.
Ms. Oriani?
No objection.
The court will then admit exhibits 8B through G into evidence.
So, Ms. Walsh, with these exhibits 8B through G, tell me what you experienced on your end when you were tagged with them.
When I pull up my channel for the day, it notifies me in the feed that comes up in front of me with your notifications. It's essentially like if you were to get a text comes through in your feed and it notifies you.
Okay. And does it notify of the content and who it's from also?
Yes.
Now I want to talk to you about some other videos that Ms. Oriani made at the time that, or shortly after she was served. Do you recall watching it on January 19th of 2022?
Yes.
And do you recall the content of that video?
Do you show this to me?
Yes. I'm approaching Exhibit A. I'm sorry, Exhibit 2A.
Yes.
Okay, and can you describe what this video is?
I believe the title of that one is Work With Me, and that is talking about coming to murder.
Ma'am, I had a tough time understanding you. Can you repeat that?
Let's try. It's a video that where she's discussing for the temporary restraining order.
Jean?
Ms. Oriani.
Your Honor, I request permission to the video for that I can make sure it's what she remembers taking a clip of.
Thank you. When's the last time you took a look at that clip?
I would say maybe within a week, but there's a lot of them.
Okay, if you can identify this one based on the sort of identifying information,
Yes.
is this a fair and accurate representation of the clip that you made from watching this?
Yes.
This was on January 19th.
Yes.
I request permission to play it for the.
You may.
I'm gonna play this one more to what she's saying. So what she says in that clip is that working on my aim. Ms. Oriani is depicted as saying, I have 200 deaths soon, I'm working on my aim, and then firing a nerve gun. Your Honor, I request that be admitted as evidence as Exhibit 2A.
Ms. Oriani,
I object to the fact that that clip is out of context due to that it's like a 2-hour live. So I thought it completely out of context for the reserve gun.
okay, that is a valid objection. Why should the court only take this excerpt?
Your Honor, we'd be happy to play the entire video. It's 2 hours long.
Have that
And I think I do have that for the court. And I think that that would be not judicial for resources. I think it's crystal clear that she's referencing going to jail. This is after the protective order was served, and that she says she's taking her aim. And so if she wants to play the entire video, I do have it. I'm happy to do it.
All right. Well, I'm going to allow that clip for the defendant's objection. 2A will be admitted. I do believe that the objection is well taken, but I think it's the weight, not the admissibility of that evidence. And certainly, Ms. Oriani, if you would like the court to consider all 2 hours and would like to use the court's time for that purpose, then you may go ahead and admit that entire consideration.
Thank you.
Go ahead, counsel.
Now I'm going to direct your attention, Ms. Walsh, to January 30th of 2022. And on January 30th, did you watch the video posted online by Ms. Oriani?
Yes.
And did that video address wasn't?
Yes.
Do you recall what it said?
Yes. She had just returned from Denver. She said that she wanted to subpoena my medical records and subpoena my husband as well.
Your Honor, may I approach for purposes of identification?
You may.
I am showing you a video clip that is marked as 6A from the date you just mentioned, which was January 30th. Is this an accurate representation of the video clip that you may have contacted?
Yes.
Did you personally make this?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I request that Exhibit 6A be admitted. Have you a person that's already person?
Any objection to 6A?
If you want me to play first.
Yes, can you put that, please? Thank you. So that's what I'm doing. Just because. On Wednesday, I find a motion. For a change of venue. It's a long shot, but number one, change of venue. And number two, I'm paying money to send out my first 2 subpoenas. And you do understand, when you're a subpoena, you have to show up, otherwise there'll be a warrant out for you. First subpoena. Vanessa's husband. Sean Fish. Second subpoena. Vanessa's medical records. Chance. And I'll be serving that subpoena at her husband's work.
Any objection, Ms. Oriani?
Once again, Jack, that's a clip from a probably 6-hour live and taken out of context. And Your Honor, I responded the same way, which is it is very clear what she's talking about. She's talking about in this case. I do have the full 6-hour clip. I am happy to play it for the court if that is what Ms. Oriani would like.
I will rule similarly. We have a rule of the court does not have the time or the resources in this hearing to listen to all 6 hours. Ms. Oriani also has access to that same tape and play what she believes is necessary. She may do that during her court time. I think everything else really goes to the weight and not the admissibility. So, Ms. Oriani, when you talk about it being taken out of context, you can choose to testify to what that context is. You may also, on cross-examination, inquire. So, I'm going to allow that exhibit. So, 6 has been admitted.
So, that was from a 6-hour live video. Did Ms. Oriani, during that 6-hour live video, mention any reason that the video had been that long? Yes, she did. And what did she say about that? She said that she was making the lives long so that her attorneys have to watch them and it would cost me money. I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 7-2A. Did you take this clip? Yes. And did you edit it? Yes. Is this a true and accurate representation? Yes. I'm gonna get a look. I'm curious to know the bill it has cost to this point. With them talking about the hours of footage that they would have to go through. I mean, can you just imagine if Chris Watts's people, Chris Watts's his attorneys would have done this? Can you imagine if Frederick would have done this? Can you just imagine if Frederick would have done this and was very what's the word I would use? Thorough. Can you imagine that? We wouldn't be here. But all these hours that they're going to put into this investigation. I'm now playing the related clips of 7B through 2D from the same podcast. Do you know if it would be public information to find out what that bill would be at this point? How many hours have been put into, launching? I mean, I'm just saying, if I'm on Bond's position, I would be, on the phone with my attorney saying, have you spent $10,000 on watching footage? If this is going to cost, then I can't go forward with that. And $10,000 would be right around 30 hours worth of footage. We know I like to talk. I'm talking about it now for a reason. So Ms. Walsh and my clips are that She's using that as of my name. Because she says at the beginning of the video, and she also slows up, pulls into the video and says, my name and unmasked. So I'm now showing you exhibit 7-2C.
Amy, doesn't see her attorneys another 6 hours worth of material. Great lineup. Just this is insane. This is insane. Apparently emojis are the best is when I get from Cal, like, who are these? Not me, I'm cool. I guess you're cool, but yeah, no. Thank you. It's a very long list. 6 hours. You're asking for a lot of material.
Now I'm in 7-2D.
The 58 minutes. If I eat one more pickle, maybe 6 hours. And that is at least $1,800.
Your Honor, I submit exhibits 7-2A through D.
Ms. Oriani, any objection?
No objection.
The 7A, 7-2A, more, 7-2B, 7-2C, and 7-2D all be admitted, but counsel, you're gonna need to show the court the relevance of each pickle on.
Your Honor, I don't believe that the pickle is the relevant part. I think the fact that following service, Ms. Oriani was endeavoring to cost Ms. Walsh money is part and parcel of the harassment behavior in this case.
All right, well, that goes the weight, but not the admissibility. I think it meets the threshold of admissibility, but it's gonna need to be all stitched together in an argument.
Understood, Your Honor.